everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be comparing the new Garmin Fenix 7S to the Garmin Fenix 6S. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly, and so you can help the channel grow. So today I'm going to be focusing on the main similarities and differences between both of these watches. So if you guys are looking for a little bit more in-depth information about either of these, you can find my full review on them in the top right or in the description below. So I have the Fenix 7S in the Solar Edition here, in the color Light Sand Rose Gold, and I have the Garmin Fenix 6S in the Sapphire version in the color Black Rose Gold. Alright guys, so the first difference I'm going to cover today is the price. So the price can vary kind of a lot between these watches depending on the model you get, whether you get the base model, the Sapphire, the Pro, the Solar, the Sapphire Solar, and so on guys. So the Garmin Fenix 7S model I have here goes for $1,039.99 Canadian or $799.99 American, and the Fenix 6S Sapphire I have here goes for $1,159.99 Canadian or $849.99 American. That being said guys, with the Fenix 6 series, it has been out since 2019, and because of this, we are seeing the advantage of it's going on sale a lot guys, and I'm talking like hundreds of dollars off. With this one being so new, just released in January 2022, it has not gone on sale yet, so that's just something to keep in mind. Now I'm going to go into the major spec similarities between both of these watches. They both have a 1.2-inch always-on display. It's a color display that's 240 by 240 pixels. They both have 20mm quick fit bands, Garmin Pay, smartphone notifications, ski maps, and golf courses. They have audio tones and vibrations for different alerts and prompts on the watch. They both have women's health monitoring, as well as music storage with up to 2,000 songs. They have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, Galileo, GLONASS. They both have animated workouts. They can track your basic metrics like your steps, your calories burned, your distance. They both have pulse ox, so you can track your blood oxygen saturation. And they can both track many activities, guys, and workouts such as open water swimming, yoga, walking, running, biking, and much more. And these are not all of the similarities, guys. As you can see, I'm definitely running out of screen space here, but these are definitely some of the most important, I think. All right, guys, so this is what they look like on me. And I just put them on the same wrist here so you guys can kind of get a real difference. I do have a 7-inch wrist, guys, and I've gone ahead and put all the wrist sizes. Both of these watches can fit on screen for you guys. And on both of them, I typically go up to the 6th hole from the bottom when I am wearing them on my wrist. So this is what the Fenix 7S looks like on me solo. And here is the Fenix 6S on me solo. So honestly guys, when you have them on, I'm not really noticing much of a difference in weight or comfort. I'm finding them both pretty comfortable to wear. So they both have a 1.2-inch display here, guys. So here it does say Garmin, it says Garmin as well. As you'll know, for the start stop, there's a line here, but it doesn't actually say start stop. Well, here it does say start and stop right here. Another difference, as you can see, is there's a little tick here on the top and bottom. On the bezel, we don't have that here. Now coming over to the back to the heart rate sensor, guys. The Fenix 7S here does have the updated heart rate sensor, the Elevate 4, and it's definitely a bit more accurate when it comes to tracking your heart rate. It tracks kind of fluctuations a bit faster. Also, this one does have a glass covering on the heart rate sensor. This one's plastic, so this should be a bit more durable over time. So on the 6S here, you could see that there is a little guard for the button. So it makes it a little bit harder to push, especially if you're wearing like gloves and stuff. So starting off with the Fenix 7S here, it has an optional touchscreen that you can turn on or off, as well as full button operation capability. It has a battery life up to 11 days as a smartwatch or up to 14 days with solar charging. It has 16 gigabytes of storage on the model I have. However, if you do get the Sapphire Solar, that one comes with 32, but it is also more expensive, guys. Topographical maps are not pre-installed on this one here, and you do have to download them yourself. It has updated widgets and graphs. It has faster operation, a new sleep mode, an updated heart rate sensor. It currently has limited watch face options on the Garmin Connect IQ app, real-time stamina features, and we have an option to get the Garmin Connect IQ app directly on your watch here. I will let you guys know that it's not as comprehensive and detailed as the one that's on your phone, but it's definitely nice for, quick little changes that you need to make on your watch. And it has new button guards here. Now, coming over to the Fenix 6S, so this is a button-only operated watch, no touchscreen. It has up to 9 days of battery life as a smartwatch, or 10.5 days with the solar charging version. It has 32 gigabytes of storage, thousands of built-in pre-downloaded topographical maps, and it currently has a lot of watch faces that are currently compatible with this watch on the Garmin Connect IQ store app. So I'm talking like hundreds, guys. You can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until you find one that you like. All right, guys, so these are the most important differences I've found between these watches. If you guys have any that I've missed, definitely drop them in the comments below. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna show you the differences in the backlights. So right now I've kind of turned on the lighting, so we're in a dim lighting situation. And I've gone ahead and turned up the backlights to 100%. I'm gonna show you what they look like at 100% and at 30%. Here are the differences we're seeing, guys. We could see that the 7S has clearly more of a purplish hue in the backlight, but I will say it's a bit of a gamble whether you get more of a kind of traditional black backlight or if you get more of a purple or a blue backlight. It's a lot brighter in person than it's kind of appearing on camera, guys. All right, guys, so another noticeable difference between these watches is the speed. So with the Fenix 7S here, I have seen a bit of an increase in the speed. So first off, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the control panel. So you just kind of hold the top button up here, the light button. So 1, 2, 3. So we can definitely see that the 7S opened faster. Now I'm gonna click the back button. About the same time. So now I'm gonna click this button here, the start button, to open up our workouts. So 1, 2, 3. So definitely, a difference there. So now I'm gonna click the down button on both watches to go to our widgets. So 1, 2, 3. As you're kind of scrolling through the watch or like up or down, it is about the same, guys. So now I'm gonna go ahead and open up my alarm, which is a hotkey I have set for my down button. So 1, 2, 3. So just an example, guys, you can definitely see that the 7S is a little bit faster. It is nothing crazy, but it's definitely noticeable. So both of these watches have the ability to have topographical maps, golf course maps, and ski maps, but the 7S doesn't have pre-downloaded maps, and that is something that is super annoying, guys. With the Fenix 6S here, we have 32 gigabytes of storage and we have thousands of pre-downloaded topographical maps, and this is super helpful whether you're looking to just see what's located around you, whether you're looking to plan your GPS walks and runs, your hikes, whatever. It's super helpful to have these built-in maps here. I, of course, wanted to have maps on the 7S as well, so I went to go ahead and download that. So I downloaded just the North American maps, guys. So it's really annoying because it took about 2 hours and 45 minutes to download just the North American maps, guys. And after that download was done, that file was 9.1 gigabytes. So we only have 16 gigabytes here, and 9.1 gigabytes are taken up by just downloading North American maps. So that doesn't leave you with much, guys. So out of that 16 gigabytes, whether you're able to actually store 2,000 songs after downloading some maps is something that I am not sure, but I will tell you that I was downloading the North American maps and I don't really have room to download any other maps. I tried to see about the South American maps, Europe, all this stuff, but I could only really download one area's maps because there wasn't enough room on the watch. So I love having the thousands of pre-built maps on the 6S here. I don't have to worry about, downloading them myself. I don't have to worry about losing storage because of, downloading the maps and stuff like that. So with both of these watches, they are compatible with downloading music from Spotify, Amazon Music, and Deezer, as well as downloading your own kind of MP3 files from your computer if you have them on there. I went ahead and downloaded a Spotify playlist I have that has 100 songs on it on both of these watches. And when I downloaded it on the 7S here, it downloaded super fast, guys. So it took 10 minutes only, guys, to download those 100 songs from my Spotify playlist onto my watch here. And I actually love that because it was super fast and it was like reliable connection, no issues. And For the 6S, guys, when I tried to download that same 100-song playlist, it took about 2.5 hours to download those 100 songs, and it took many kind of failed attempts. You know, I'd see messages that said, sync failed, try again. So I'm really happy that they did kind of fix that process with the 7S. All right, guys, so there's definitely some differences when it does come to, you know, accuracy here, having that new heart rate sensor. This one, the 7S, is definitely more accurate, guys. I will say it's not anything huge. It's not like it's like 50% more accurate. In my experience, it's about like 2 to 5% more accurate. You know, it's better at picking up those quick changes if you're doing like HIIT workouts, and it's better at tracking like sleep stages when you're sleeping. I have on screen for you guys some workout data from my last workout, so you guys can see the differences here, and we are seeing very similar things in the trends there, and that's just from me doing like about a 30-minute HIIT workout. All right, guys, so the next difference I'm going to talk about is the battery life. So with the Fenix 7S Solar here, it has a quoted battery life of up to 11 days as a smartwatch, and then you can get up to 14 days with daily solar charging. And with the Fenix 6S here, it does have a quoted battery life of up to 9 days as a smartwatch. All right, guys, so with my uses, which I have on screen for you guys, things like weekly GPS walks and runs, daily alarms, timers, and more, I have gotten 8 to 9 days of battery life with the Fenix 7S Solar here. And then I get 9 to 10 days with the solar charging if I'm doing that, you know, kind of daily. However, with the Fenix 6S Sapphire here, I've gotten on average 7 to 8 days of battery life. There's a little bit of a difference here. Honestly, I think they're both great. You only have to charge them like, you know, once a week, every other week type of thing. So honestly, I think both of them could fit really well into most people's lifestyles. And I definitely do like the extra battery life here, but this one is by no means bad. It's a great battery life here on the 6S. But if you guys already have a Fenix 6S Pro or 6S Sapphire and you're thinking about upgrading to the 7S, is it worth the upgrade? Well, at this time, I'm going to say no. So that might be an unpopular answer, guys, but I'm not, you know, someone who's just gonna be like, get the newest thing just because it's new. No. Telling you the honest truth, in my opinion, my experience here. Yes, with the Fenix 7S, we're getting a touchscreen, we're getting, you know, a couple extra features on here, and it's a bit faster, but by and large, guys, it's almost the same watch. The Fenix 6S here, I think, is still a fantastic watch in 2022. Performance-wise, it's almost the exact same. This is a little bit more accurate, but it's nothing crazy. We're still getting, you know, the same music storage, same clarity of the watch faces, and there hasn't really been that much added to the 7S, guys. Like, I was expecting more, but we didn't get that. So honestly, if you have this watch, I wouldn't even bother upgrading unless there's a feature on the 7S, like maybe touchscreen that you really want. But if you don't really need all that stuff, I would definitely say keep your 6S, maybe wait for the next one. There might be a lot more differences there. You know, if we saw something like maybe voice assistant, a built-in speaker, better kind of pixel count on the watch face, maybe even an AMOLED display, then hey, yeah, I would say it's worth the upgrade. But right now, no. But what do you guys think? You know, which watch do you think is better? Would you upgrade from the 6S to the 7S? Which one would you, you know, just prefer to have in general? And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.